Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I am really happy you are stopping by. We're going to do your January reading today. We're going to take a look at January of 2022 using the full Celtic cross. Then we're going to cover health, wealth, and your happiness. And then I'm excited and pleased to announce to you that I have started a membership. Hopefully by the time you see this video, it will be set up. But right after I get done recording this video, I will be recording an extended part of it. It will go into the membership portal. It will be for love, singles, couples, and those that are single and looking. And so three, single and happy or single and looking and couples. So we're going to do that and also cover the soul path. I'm going to use the membership group to do a lot of the kinds of videos that I like to do, but that don't get a lot of traction here on YouTube, but they allow you to go deeper into your soul growth. And so we'll be journeying together in 2022. If you'd like to come along, I'd love to have you join me. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what the energy is for you for this month. And, oh, that's a lot. I don't want to, thank you, do that. Oh, that's nice. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. It is clarity and decision. It is a new beginning. I mean, it is January. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. So I just tried to do a reading for you, and it was very convoluted. So I had to step out and recenter and reground in order to do that. And I am so very glad I did. I could see why it was a little convoluted. But this is nice. So the previous reading had a lot to do about knowing who has your back, taking a rest after a period of difficulty, assessing where it is you belong, reconnecting with your inner child. That was definitely in there. Remembering that you are amazing and other people's opinions of you is none of your business. That a lot of the damage that was done to us as children from harsh criticisms or either people around us at school or at home or whatever judging us and making us feel uncomfortable in our own skin. And so as we mature, we need to go back and we need to tell our inner child how wonderful they are and embrace that and be willing to move forward with that. So that was the basic message, but there was a lot of other weird stuff in there that I couldn't sort it all out. So I was like, I'm doing this again. I stepped out. I cleared the energy, and here we go. So what we have going on here is you will find yourself, your energy right now is the Magician. So the Magician has all the tools at your disposal. That's cups, pentacles, wands, but I think it's the Ace of Swords that you are supposed to pick up. I believe this is the sword of your truth. This is the sort of your decision-making process. This is kind of like you staking claim to what it is that you want that brings you the joy and the happiness moving forward. In the area of your conscious thoughts, you have the Knight of Wands. This is taking movement and moving forward, which is excellent because we find you here and stabbed in the back, laying in the snow. You were the Four of Swords in the previous reading, which is also swords all around and laying in the snow. So this feels like the prequel to that, and that was the rest and recuperation. So I believe you are resting and recuperating, but this looks like a very difficult, painful time that you are experiencing. I think some days it feels worse than others. But you have everything you need, okay? You have everything you need, and you are thinking about what is the next action to take. However, your subconscious is saying, yeah, but slow and steady wins the race. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles focuses on that one thing that they want to do, and they move slowly toward it. Oh, this Knight of Pentacles, however, does not. The pentacle is his staff. He's not focused on it. He's just moving forward slowly. It's almost like his eyes are downcast. The pentacle is around his heart chakra here. And so I feel like there is a need to move slowly, to heal, to regroup. What is the energy that you should be leaning into? We have the Empress. The Empress, all these butterflies and this opportunity for growth. She is receiving, she's just all these little stars around her. She's surrounded by divine guides, and she's receiving guidance, and it's helping her to transform her life. The obstacle that you have is the Judgment card. So, the Judgment card means a lot of things when I'm thinking at this right now. It feels, one, accepting the situation for what it is. Recognizing that you are indeed at the end of a cycle and being willing to release it and let it go. Because here you're at the end of a cycle, and here you have the opportunity to step into a new cycle. The cycle is over. It's the 20. Feels like some kind of a collaboration, partnership, business, something, right? It is the end of a cycle. It is also answering the call of your soul to let go and move forward. As a challenge, also, it becomes important that we don't judge ourselves or others. Ourselves is usually harder to not judge than others. But if we judge ourselves, we're definitely judging other people. And so it's when you learn not to judge yourself that it becomes easier not to judge others. And so there's this this need to again reconnect with your inner child, to know that you are perfect and you are divine, and you are here having a very human experience to learn and to grow. And there is nothing wrong with your thought process. There is just a need to see things for what they are, and to be willing to release and let go so that you can move forward. In your environment, you have the Two of Swords. She has her swords crossing her heart, but she's being led and guided by intuition through the darkness. That's going on in your environment. I don't think, and that's a 2 also, like this Judgment card. I don't think that you are the only person who is involved in this process of releasing and letting go. Here's the thing. This could be you carrying the 2 swords, and if you would just put one down and make a choice, make a decision. So we have coming up a lot of clarity being revealed to us when Venus conjuncts the Sun, 8th to 9th of January. Clarity starts coming in. A lot of us have been going through this process of discerning and deciding and struggling to figure out what do we keep and what do we let go of. There is a need for you to take only one sword, because in the outcome we have the Page of Swords. And so the Magician has a sword. The overall energy is the Ace of Swords. You've got these 10 swords in your back, but if you will allow them to fall away, and maybe perhaps you're like in the process of that, but you're still not unsure. I think you narrow it down to 2 options. And then the Page of Swords. Page of Swords here is very guarded. Oftentimes with the Page of Swords, it's seeking more knowledge and information. Sometimes, like if it's a reverse, but I don't read these in reverse. That was the deal I made with Spirit. If it's reverse, though, it can be a stalking energy. I don't think you have stalking here. I think this is research, because you have here the 8 of Pentacles, which is self-mastery. This is learning and growing in some arena of your life. And you have the Sun card as an outcome, with all of those beautiful sunflowers, with all of their seeds of opportunity there. Out of the dark into the light. your opportunity here is the Nine of Cups. Happiness, true happiness. So when you're trying to decide which path to take, which sword to pick up, which is the one that seems like it's going to bring you joy, because your advice here is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is to choose joy. He's riding a unicorn. This unicorn is very in touch with the divine and the divine purpose and the divine way forward. And so connecting with your spirit guides and allowing yourself to follow. It almost looks like a sword. Let me show you. I'll get really close so you can see that. Pick your head up. Pick up the sword of your truth and move toward your sense of joy and fulfillment. You're going to have to work hard. Eight of Pentacles is consistent, persistent. It's showing up every day. It's self-mastery. It's when you start to feel a little negative. You say, wait, I don't live in that energy. And you find the positive and you reaffirm that and you keep moving forward until it becomes this, it has its own flow. And it does, and it propagates, and it brings in. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Do I think this is going to happen this month? No. Do I think this happens this month? Yes. I think this month you have the opportunity to pick up your sword and start working to improve whatever the situation is. You have everything you need. You are the magician. So the magician says you are going to manifest what you focus on. If you focus on the negative, you will manifest negative. If you focus on positive, you will manifest positive. So it becomes really important to focus on the positive, to stay in the higher vibrational energy, to choose the joy and the happiness. All right, let's take a look at the health card for this month. I feel like for some of you, obviously, it could be that you have a huge backache and that you're really exhausted, and maybe you're just really run down by the events of recent times for you. Gemini, the North Node has moved out of your sign, or actually it will on, I think, like the 22nd of this month. So you've been doing this big clearing of energy, and so you're at the end of a cycle. And you have the opportunity to create a new cycle for yourself, to write a new story. So I'm using decks that were suggested by Spirit. This is the Oracle of the Mystical Moments. I have to use the book. I haven't used this deck in forever. But it says Tiny Triumphs. And we have this mouse all dressed up to the nines, holding a raven magic with a top hat. It's number 21. That's community. That's growth. That is the Empress energy. The energy you are to lean into. Growth and moving forward, right? So, a big mouse dressed as a circus trainer is holding a small eagle. That's an eagle? Well, if you say so. The situation is inverted. The predator is small. The prey is big. This card urges us to believe in ourselves. Don't ever think you are too small or too outmatched in a situation. Inner size is what matters. Oh my gosh. Okay, so your outcome card, one of the 3 outcome cards in the last reading was the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands shows these 2 big guys that are on the higher ground fighting the one guy that felt like he was the right, would have been you, with the lion at his back fighting the other lion, and I didn't understand the message. Here it is. Don't ever think you are too small or too outmatched in a situation. Inner size is what matters. Think back to a time when you felt good about achievement. Don't give up now. The patience and hard work will triumph in the end. The patience and the hard work, that is 8 of Pentacles, will triumph. The Sun card in the end. Okay. Thank you. I asked Spirit, I'm like, I want the message, but I didn't understand it. Okay, so, wow. All right, so this feels like no matter what it is in the health, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health situation that is going on right now, it is about your attitude. It is about not thinking small of yourself, not thinking small of your capabilities. It is about being patient and working hard. If you're working on some kind of a health goal, it means showing up every day. Like, do you stick to your diet? I hate that word. So I have 2 degrees, and one of them is in health, is in nutrition and dietetics. That's a 4-year degree. I have a 2-year degree in exercise science. So diet to me means what you eat, whatever it is. Your diet could be candy. It's what you consume. So when you have a day where you do not eat what would be in your body's best interest, and we all have that day, but sometimes it's what's in your body's best mental interest. So you kind of got to play with that a little. What you say is, oh, that was today. Okay. And then tomorrow you get up and you go back to the self-mastery. I'll give you a hint. If you're going to blow your diet, and again, I don't like that term, but if you're going to have a day where you go nuts with eating whatever, do it that one day and do it big, because it doesn't matter. Your body will only store so much. It is when you consistently, so let's just say Christmas cookies. You make a big batch of Christmas cookies and you sit down and you eat them all in one day. That is less harmful to your body than if every day for the next month and a half you have 6 or 7 of them each day. You might as well go ahead and eat the 42 all at once. Get it over with and enjoy it. And if you're really lucky, you get an upset stomach and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that again for a while. So, you know, what it is, it's about being gentle with yourself, being good to yourself, making the best choices you can in the moment. When it feels like not the right choice for that day or that moment, knowing that you get to get up and do it again the next day, and you can do it better every day. You're always the magician. You always have everything you need. You just need to look around and see it. So in the area of wealth, you have the leader. I lead from the heart. This is teamwork. I just heard teamwork makes the dream work. So geese, I love geese. I'm weird like that. I love them. I love watching their life cycle. I love watching how they work together. Like if they're going to cross the street, then you have 2 that march across the street and they stand sentry and they watch. And then the rest of them all file behind. And at the other side of the street, you'll have 2 standing sentry and watching. And when the last goose is across, then they fall in and they go across. And then the 2 leaders fall in and they go across. And whoever was leading across the streets and the new leader, and they just keep following. And it is amazing what they will do. They share power. They share leadership. They do what's best for the collective. So whatever this is, as far as wealth goes, it's leadership, but it's not having to necessarily be the only person in charge. And it's leadership of a team, and that where it's what is for the best and the greatest good of all that drives the decision-making process. So in the matters of wealth, you know, that can also be translated into financial resources around the home. You know, it's like, what is best for everybody right now? Where do we need to sacrifice in order to rebalance things so it's good for everybody? So sometimes that means, you know, cutting back your hours at work because you're just so tired. And then cutting back some expenses someplace else to make it work. You know, you're going to have to decide for yourself what it means. But when you are working. It's so funny because this is the Sun card. It says Sun underneath the leader. You're going to shine. People are going to look up to you. You are going to be able to accomplish whatever you need to, as long as you are leading from the heart, from what's best for everyone. Then people will fall in line and they will help you. In the area of happiness, you have my heart is open, opening to love. I think you've been through a difficult time, but I think if you choose to do what brings happiness and joy in any arena of your life right now, it looks like all of the arenas are open to this. Finances, health, love, overall sense of well-being. When you open up and you follow your heart, Knight of Cups advice, follow your heart. When you open up and you share, then you're going to be moving in the direction that you really want to go. You have 3 knights here. Things are changing. Things are moving. Really great opportunity this month. All right, Gemini, I'm going to head on over to the membership portal, which hopefully you'll be able to access today. If not, then in the next few days. And I'm going to do the extended reading. And we'll take a look more in depth on this whole love situation here that popped up and your soul path. All right, you guys have a great month. I am on Facebook. You can catch me there every day. I put out a little daily reading, so come and join the group there. And the weeklies will be out on Mondays as usual. All right, I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.